We're live? Okay, that's great. That's wonderful. I was expecting something maybe a little bit more doves released, inside fireworks, something exciting. You cannot blame me. I've only been alone in my home with just my children and husband for company for 13 months. Okay, how would I possibly know how to work a computer or host an online event? Welcome, everybody. Don't worry, you are in very good hands. This is the Starry Night Gala. You got to the right place. I got to the right place. We are in our own homes, having a fancy evening together, the way I like it personally. I'm Nora McInerney. I am the author of several funny books about sad things. I am the host of a podcast called Terrible. Thanks for asking. I'm a general all-around bummer. Those things you could find on LinkedIn, except I do not know how to use LinkedIn. If anybody has time to volunteer to help just a senior millennial who is absolutely befuddled by the world's largest social networking platform, please do reach out separately. But I am not here for my professional accolades. I am here because, like all of you, I know what it is like to cross the threshold between the things that happen to other people and being those other people. So my personal resume, my grief resume, the thing that brings me here tonight is that I lost a pregnancy. I lost my father. I lost my husband. I did that really at an AP level, a really advanced level. I did it all within 8 weeks. I don't recommend it, but like so many of you, I know that experiencing loss, experiencing grief, experiencing trauma has one of two effects. It can close you off from the world, or it can open you up to what it means to be a part of this world. And we are here because Wade and Julia took that second path. They took that second path, and that brought us all here tonight. Now, I know that if you are here, you are comfortable with the hard things in life. And tonight is not going to be one of those hard things. Tonight, we are here to do good in the world. We are here to make sure that we are all making an impact in a material and very, very important way. So during this evening, you have the opportunity to pledge to support the Vivian's Joy Foundation's 2021 initiative. The last time I was here with a group of you, we built an entire playground. I personally did not do any of the building. I cannot stress that enough. I would never be allowed anywhere near even like an IKEA assembly, let alone an entire playground, it is up. It is running. Vivian's Joy come to life, come to fruition in this world. So this year we are focusing on sponsoring the annual SUDC Family Retreat. Now, this is a critical event because it is the only one of its kind for SUDC families from all over the world to come together with others who know their specific brand of grief. This retreat is more than just a gathering. These are opportunities to empower bereaved families with ways to cope with their grief, as well as opportunities for surviving siblings to connect with one another. We are not a country who is great at grief. In fact, we are terrible at it, and having events like this is absolutely vital. We all experience grief. It still remains a privilege for us to be able to grieve. And that's what this retreat does. It offers parents and families a week of respite, a week of connection, and it culminates in a celebration of all those lives, all of those souls that are still so loved. So tonight, your donations help make this event free to all attendees, as well as support families with travel and lodging expenses. So our goal tonight, if you will join me, if you will, let's focus in, let's make a goal tonight. It is to make this retreat accessible to all families, regardless of their financial situation. So who are the people who brought us here tonight? Are Wade and Julia here? Can you wave to me?
Hi, Nora.
Just wave. I'm not going to put you on the spot. You do not speak yet. However, I am going to invite to this virtual stage my friend Katie. Katie and I met at the last gala, which was 2019. Okay, Katie and I met We locked eyes. We became best friends on stage. If you were there, I made a friend. I made a friend. The whole night became about me. I am so sorry. Katie Gabriel, will you please introduce yourself and tell us what brings you here today?
Thank you, Nora. I am honored to be your best friend. Honored to be back with you here tonight virtually. I feel a strong connection to Vivian's Joy Foundation as I too am a grieving mom. As I went into unexplained preterm labor with my twin sons, William and Mason, who died just shortly after their birth. And this just happened a few months before the 2018 event. I admire what Julia and Wade have done to create Vivian's Joy Foundation to spread Vivi's joy and to also bring awareness to sudden unexplained death in childhood and to create a support network for other people who have lost their child to SUDC. We have an exciting night ahead and there'll be plenty of opportunities for you to give generously. So Nora, back to you.
All right, so part of what we have planned is you're going to listen, you're going to learn more about this year's initiative. You can always check out the bid function. Our auction items are directly in ClickBid. If you're watching on a phone and you want to make the video bigger, you just turn it on its side, baby. It will expand. We'll also be doing a live Fund a Need, and we have an amazing recorded performance by Cloud Cult, which is one of the truly one of the most creative forces to come out of Minnesota. There's also a chat function in the bottom left of your screen. There's a small blue circle. You can hit that and you can chat. You can chat amongst yourselves. So I mentioned that our initiative tonight, our goal this evening is to fund the SUDC Family Retreat. This is so, grief is so lonely. It is so lonely to experience a loss. And even though we know that these experiences are universal, they are also so deeply personal. One of my favorite writers is an author named Laura McCowan, and she has this quote that I think fits so perfectly why retreats like this, why evenings like this, why organizations like this are so very important. And Laura wrote, "One stranger who understands your experience exactly will do for you what hundreds of close friends and family who don't understand just can't. It is the necessary palliative for the pain or for stretching into change. It is that cool glass of water in hell." And I witnessed that. I was able to attend the SUDC retreat a few years ago. It was such a beautiful experience to watch all of these families from all over the place connect over that unexplainable pain, to offer one another that cool glass of water in hell, or in a beautiful resort in Florida, which is very different, very different. So, while many of you know the Burgess family personally, many of you have come here also to learn about SUDC. The next video shares a little bit more about Vivian and the founding of Vivian's Joy Foundation.
Vivian Claire Burgess was the perfect name for Viv. As she would say it, Vivian Claire Burgess. She nodded her head when she said it. That's my name.
Okay, Vivi's turn. Whoa, Vivi, you're a good hanger.
And this foam had
Good.
I love you.
Like any other Saturday, Wade got her ready for bed.
I carried her into her room and put her to sleep, and then about a half hour later, Julia went to check on her.
And I found her non-responsive.
This is the last picture I took of her. Morning after her third birthday. The next day when we were at the Children's Theater, I remember at intermission thinking, oh, I should take a picture of Vivi and I. Then I thought in my head, I said, said, no, you don't have to capture every moment. And so I didn't. She was gone about 4 hours later.
You're completely helpless. Try to give her CPR being helpless, being in the hospital being helpless.
No chance to fight for her. The next morning, Ellie asked, where's Vivi? And I had to tell her that her sister wasn't coming home. And Ellie said, but she's only 3, how can she be dying?
I had no idea what happened. You hear about it in infants and you think, okay, well, we've survived that first year. We'd never even heard of this. It's classified as unexplained death.
We should have been planning a birthday party for her. Instead, we had to have her funeral. We don't want Vivian's life, or our lives for that matter, to be defined by her death.
We had this idea to create a foundation that we could use to help other people who were going through the same thing we were going through and to really help spread Vivian's joy.
We had 3 goals in mind: help bring awareness to sudden unexplained death in childhood and support the SUDC Foundation in their efforts. The second goal was to develop a support network for other families that go through this. The third goal is about Vivi and spreading her joy.
One of the first projects was to bring a new playground, Vivi's playground, to the park across the street from our house.
Beyond that, we're going to bring the world the joy that she would have brought it the best we can. Julia found a quote that said, life is lived between tragedies. Sad as that sounds, there's a lot of peace still in that context, that tragedies do happen. This one is the worst we can imagine. I'd give anything to have her back, but I'm glad we had what we had. And she's our daughter, and always will be. And Julia asked, what do you think we should name the foundation? And it was the first and only thing that came to mind. Vivian's Joy. Yeah, Vivian's Joy. Thanks everybody for being here. I was joking with Nora the other day about we bring her in to make everybody laugh just so we can turn around and make you cry. So I still have a hard time watching that video. Again, thanks for being here and joining us tonight. As you can see from the video, one of our first focuses of the foundation was to build Vivian's playground, and we did that, and it was a huge success. It was a wonderful build week. We brought 1,000 people from the community in, unskilled labor, and we built an amazing playground. So we're very proud of that, and love seeing it every day filled with joy. So that was a big success. And after that was built, we knew in 2019 we had to pivot our focus to what our other passion of helping to support the other families of SUDC. So in 2019, we were able to be the lead sponsor for the family retreat, which brought over 60 families together, over 200 people, parents, surviving siblings, grandparents. One of the most important things to me is the bonds that those surviving kids can make with others, because that's the one place that they can go to find other kids like them. And they're not alone, and they're not different, and they can laugh and play together and be happy. So that's important to us. So obviously in 2020, we weren't able to have the retreat. We had a family day, which was wonderful as well, but a Zoom family day is not quite the same. So we're really excited to get back in person and see these families. And unfortunately, there's dozens of new families that have experienced this tragedy that will be attending a retreat for the first time, hopefully. So we're looking forward to bringing them into our tribe, as we describe it, and really looking forward to the retreat this fall.
Yeah, so as Wade said, we are so grateful for everyone's support of the work that we've done over the last 4 years, and really appreciate your tuning in tonight to help us continue to support the SUDC Family Retreat. So just a little bit of background, and we'll we have another video that we're going to show, but the SUDC Foundation is the foundation that sponsors the family retreat, and that is the only worldwide organization that supports bereaved families like ours, helps fund research to help explain why children like Vivian die unexpectedly, and helps promote awareness. So we are super passionate about supporting the SUDC Foundation and making sure that this retreat is accessible to all families and that anyone that wants to attend the retreat can attend it regardless of financial need. So with that, we're going to show another video that gives you a little bit of a glimpse into the retreat. It'll be from the 2019 retreat that we had in Arizona, and we hope that you'll just get a sense for why we're so passionate about the retreat and why it's so important to other families.
Have you ever just walked into a room and know that you belong? That's what it's like.
In your regular life, you are a parent who lost a child, but when you get to the retreat, we all just get it. And all of a sudden, all of the layers that you've been hiding, everything just falls off and you can just be yourself here.
It's just this immediate comfort, you know, you just get there and it just feels like a family reunion.
You look around and see the smiles and the joy, and that means a lot to me.
The SUDC Family Retreat is a weekend where we can gather and be with people who are like us, people who have lost a child suddenly and unexpectedly.
We have a welcome evening, some grief therapy workshops.
And it's okay to laugh if you need to. It's okay to cry if you have to. And it's just a safe place to talk about your kids without judgment or fear.
For me, the magic was seeing my husband connect to other men, because I know how hard it's been for him.
The fathers, we got together and played bocce and shared our stories about our children. It was just so uplifting.
A lot of us know each other from online, but to be able to come here and see these families in person, be able to hug some of the people you feel like are your closest friends for the first time is an amazing, amazing opportunity. One of the most amazing things I think about the retreat is the experience for our surviving children. And part of that is really letting them honor their grief and letting them know that it's okay to celebrate, it's okay to grieve.
We love seeing our daughter Ellie, who's Vivi's sister, making lifelong friends with some of these other surviving siblings and attending the children's activities. So it's just as much of a, a respite for her as it is for the parents.
She looked up at me and said, "It makes me feel better to know that other people lost their brothers and sisters too."
Just like we're free to talk about Tajon, our daughter Tyra, she's free to talk about Tajon, and she's also free to be a child and still grieve her brother. I would say to the donors, thank you. If it wasn't for the donors' generosity, families like ours would never have had this opportunity. Our children would not be able to make these connections.
This year we got a scholarship and it made it possible for my entire family, all 5 of us, to be able to travel here. Thank you from the bottom of our heart.
It's somewhat magical because you get to take on these experiences, your heart feels full, and you feel like you're ready to fight another year.
One of the key missions of Vivian's Joy Foundation is to support the families that have lost children to sudden unexplained death in childhood. And one of the ways that we're focused on doing that is to continue to support the family retreats each year, making sure that they happen and that those connections continue for years to come.
We want to make sure any family who wants to attend can attend regardless of financial need.
So with your generous donations, we'll be able to continue supporting the SUDC community, the tribe, the retreats.
So when you're saying goodbye on Sunday, you know it's going to happen again.
Child loss is isolating, and SUDC is so rare that it is common to feel alone in your grief. That is why the SUDC Foundation Family Retreat is so meaningful. It's the one time a year that grieving families come together in community to support each other, share memories of their children, and the surviving siblings have an opportunity to connect with other children walking the same path. One parent said that being at the retreat was like feeling like they were home for the first time since losing their child. Another parent described the retreat as bringing together their village to help them get back on their feet after the death of their son. This retreat is really powerful, and we want every parent who has lost a child to SUDC to have the opportunity for their family to participate in the retreat. And we need your help to fund the retreat so that it's accessible to all families. The total cost of the retreat is $100,000, and raising more money will provide for scholarships to cover the cost for travel and hotel for those families who need it. This retreat provides healing and camaraderie with a group of people walking on the same lonely path. We want everyone to be able to attend regardless of their financial ability. Our goal for this evening is to raise $65,000. By the time of the September retreat, we hope to have raised $100,000 to cover the retreat and travel and lodging for those who need the extra support. The more money we raise, the more families we can help. So I invite you to dig deep and give at a level that is meaningful for you. In order to make a donation, just click on the green Give Live button on the upper left-hand part of your screen. Just click on that and then put in the biggest number you see and just click on that, and that's what you give. So tonight, to kick us off, we are really excited that Wade and Julia Burgess are making a donation in honor of Vivian with a gift of $2,500. So they're gonna kick us off with their giving at $2,500. Would anyone like to join them with a gift of $2,500? And we're doing this live, so I'm able to see some of the names coming in here. So thank you for everyone that's making these donations. Stepping off after the next level is $1,500, and I'm really excited to share that Invigorate Life and Voyage Wealth Architects each have stepped up with a $1,500 sponsorship. And I see Josie Amon, thank you for your $1,500 donation. And I see Margaret made a $1,500 donation as well. So anyone else able to join us with a $1,500 donation tonight, please give at that $1,500 level if you can. Or if you can make a $1,000 donation, we would love for you to be able to dig deep with a $1,000 donation. And perhaps given the event, perhaps maybe you're making a donation in memory of a loved one. Please add their name into the chat so that we can all honor and remember your loved one. So please go forward. If there's a person that you're honoring, just mention their name in their chat, and we'll make sure to recognize them as the community here together tonight. So again, let's have these. I see a few more $1,000 donations have come in. Thank you so much. I see Jesse and Stephanie with the $1,000 donation. Thank you for your generosity. Let's keep the money flowing in. We're making great progress towards our goal. Next up is the $500 level. If you can give $500, please give at the $500 level. I see a few donations for $500 coming in right away. Maya Honeywell, Julian Lockey, and the Jenkins family. Thank you for stepping up with $500. I see Matt with a $500 gift coming in. Thank you so much for your donations. And I don't know if people have started honoring folks yet or not, but if any of that's, be sure to check in the chat and feel free to share names of those that we want to honor. Moving into the $250 level, we have a match for $2,500. And so what we'd love to do is to take the next 10 people that give a $250 gift, and we'll just double that. So let's make use of that match. Let's have 10 people step up right now with a $250 gift to make use of that match. I see some coming in. I love it. Rachel and Gina, thank you for being right on top of it with the $250 gift. And Joanna, thank you. And Carrie, okay, I think that's 4. A few more. Keep them coming at the $250 level. We're doing awesome. Madeline, thank you. Megan, this is awesome. Keep them coming. Thank you so much. And as you're thinking about the level that you want to give, we have one more that we're going to announce officially, and that's the $100 level. We would love to see 100% participation tonight. So if you can give $100, or maybe you've given and you can just give a little bit more and you want to just hit that $100 button, again, please feel free to do so. I still see a few more of the 250s coming in for that match. That's awesome. If there's an amount you want to give that I didn't ask for specifically, just hit that other button and put in that dollar amount, whatever dollar amount works for you. Thank you. I'm seeing more donations come in. Stephanie Bell gave a gift in memory of Vivi. So thank you, Stephanie, for that gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, our goal for this evening in total is to raise $65,000 tonight, or by the time we close tomorrow at 8 p.m. And in total, we would love to be able to raise $100,000 in time for the September retreat to cover the costs for the retreat and scholarships to support the travel and housing for the grieving families that want to be able to attend. So thank you. Keep the donations coming in. I'm seeing them still fly in here. So thank you for the continued support and your generosity. Thank you so much. And Scarlett, we want to honor Scarlett. So thank you so much, and honor and memory of Scarlett for your donation as well. Awesome. Thanks, Nora.
Good job. You were so good. I donated. Okay. You were so good. I stepped in. You got me. This is very exciting for me as a fan of music, as a fan of art. Craig and Connie Minoa front the internationally radio charting band Cloud Cult. Caden, who was their only child at the time, was one of only 2 children to die from SUDC in Minnesota in 2002. And to work through his grief, Craig wrote songs and Connie used art. And early on in their grieving process, the couple connected with the SUDC Foundation, where they got connection with parents who had similar losses and began to look for other ways to financially support the research of the SUDC Foundation so they could also have a better understanding of their own child's unexpected death. Over time, with a band that they called Cloud Cult, the two brought their music and art to stages around the world, where they have been performing the most beautiful concerts, the most life-changing concerts focused on grief, on loss, on healing, and on hope. So tonight, they've gathered the band virtually. They'll be performing a song. This performance is only for this event, so it's special. This is the closest I've been to a concert in quite some time, performing a song that they wrote 10 years after Caden's death on the eve of the birth of a new child. Here's You Were Born.
You were born into a strange world. Like a candle, you were meant to share the fire. I don't know where we come from, I don't know where we go, but my arms are made to hold you, so I will never let you go, 'cause you were born to change this life. You were born to chase the light, 'cause you were born love your mother, yeah, she's a good one. She'll build you armor, keep you warm as a hen. The stars may fall, the rains may pour, but I will love you evermore, 'cause you were born to make this right. You were born to chase the light, 'cause you were born precious, oh my love. When they come to take me, I will hold you from above. I don't know why we're here, and I don't know how, but I'm here with you now. I am here with you now, 'cause you were born to make this right, 'cause you were born to change this life, 'cause you were born to chase the light, 'cause you were born.
What an incredible performance made specially just for us and your viewing pleasure for tonight's event. Before we step into the live auction, I'm happy to report that we had enough people step in at that $250 level and hit our match. And so we are with the fund and need in total of about $35,000 towards our goal of $65,000. So we're doing fantastic. Keep the donations flowing in. And then also wanted to call out to honor and memory of Wes for a donation that was made for him as well. So we have a few featured items that we are going to be sharing with you tonight. We had a ton of fun when we gathered together last live, and we would love to see that energy, that same energy that we had in the room with the competitive bidding. We'd love to see that online as well. So what that means is you just have to keep on bidding, and when you get outbid, you hit the button again, and you hit the button again, and you just keep on going until 8 p.m. tomorrow. So the first item is backed by popular demand. It is the luxurious Minnesota Northwoods experience. It's your opportunity to spend a long weekend. We're talking 5 days, 4 nights, relaxing in the Northwoods with your family and friends, and this beautiful lakefront log cabin. The cabin is on Long Lake number 2 in Bacchus, Minnesota, which is between Brainerd and Walker, which is about 3 hours north of the Twin Cities. This oasis is situated on 4.5 acres with 350 feet of shoreline. You can comfortably sleep at least 18 people in this 8-bedroom, 4-bath cabin, and you'll be able to enjoy a fully equipped kitchen, lakeside great room. There's an in-house sauna, multiple decks, lakeside fire pit. There's a play set, a playhouse. There's a relaxing pond with a waterfall. There's a dock with easy access to the lake. And of course, you get access to a pontoon boat, a fishing boat, paddleboard, and a canoe. Be sure to check out the photos of this beautiful, spacious log cabin online so you can just get a taste for what it will be like when you're there enjoying it. There's a ton of availability.
You had me at 8 bedrooms. Okay,
8 bedrooms.
Yes. I need that for just myself because I'm not interested in inviting anybody else. But
8 bedrooms, 7, 1 and a donut, but 8 bedrooms. Yes. Yeah. It's the sauna, paddleboarding, pontoon. Yeah. There's a ton of availability for you to pick a long weekend that works for you for this item, just with the exception of June and July, of July and August. So June is available. So last time we were together, this item sold for $7,000. So right now we have a bid of $3,750. Next bid would be $4,000. So let's get that bidding going. I don't know, Nora, are you interested in something like this?
I am interested in going there, like I said, completely alone. And then whoever wins, yes, I will go with you and take up at least 3 of the bedrooms. That's my only requirement. I'm also just a horrible house guest. And I don't know how to cook or do anything else. But yeah, this of course is one for $7,000 because this is like the actual picture of a Minnesota summer, isn't it? Katie,
Absolutely.
It's like this is what people dream of. When you tell people about summer in Minnesota, they're like, this is the kind of cabin that makes you friends, by the way.
Absolutely. You don't need to own a cabin, but just go there for one weekend and that's all you need for the whole year. So it'll be an incredible
experience. You don't have to tell your friends that it's not your personal cabin. Exactly. They'll never know.
They'll never know. You can buy it again next year and then they'll never know.
Yeah. The true strategy here is to win this auction item every year so that your closest friends believe that this is your summer home. And if they don't get invited back, it's obviously personal.
Absolutely, absolutely. Nora, let's hear about the next live item.
This one, I know you had your eye on. So, I mean, we're going to have some healthy competition for this. This is 12 months of custom baked goods by Maya Lavery. She's 10 years old and not an aspiring baker, an accomplished baker. This kid can whip up cupcakes, cookies, cakes, pies, shortbread, cream puffs, whatever your heart desires. The winner receives one dessert per month for a year. This sounds fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, Katie, what are you going to be requesting when you win this item? What's the first thing Maya's making for you?
I thought the cream puffs seemed like something I'd never be able to make myself. So not that I can do anything other than the box brownies, but that's the one that really kind of tipped it for me, was seeing the cream puffs on there. What about you? What would you look forward to?
Honestly, I want a chocolate pie. I have not had one since I was maybe 7 years old, and I've become absolutely obsessed with the idea of having a slice of chocolate pie. I could make this happen. I'm an adult woman, Katie, but I want someone to make it happen for me. So
Absolutely. And I mean, I'm assuming you don't have to do any of the cleanup when you bake. I mean, that's the hardest part about baking, is the cleanup and all of that. So you just get to enjoy. And that's
the hardest part is the cleanup, measuring things, and then actually making them. Aside from that, baking is a breeze. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves it.
Absolutely. Get in and bid on this. We're at around $250 right now as for the bidding. So there's plenty of room and plenty of room for us all to get in and grab a few more bids. Love to see this item go for thousands of dollars. So next up, we have
look at
a
Maya's
private
got talent. Okay. We want it to reflect that Maya's got talent. Okay. She's got talent.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. The next item up is a private wine tasting with a paired menu for 8 at the Summit Manor. This winner will be able to work with Jason Patalonis, the owner of Petite Exceptionale Catering, to create a delicious menu of heavy appetizers. Chuck Kansky, who's the owner of the Solo Vino, will then help you personally select some wine pairings that will complement the menu. Your private experience will be hosted at the beautiful Summit Manor on St. Paul's famous Summit Avenue. This is such an awesome opportunity to perhaps celebrate a significant birthday, anniversary. I don't know, what would you do if you had the opportunity to join in on this item, Nora?
I am so out of practice with social engagements. This might be a nice way of just easing back into it. Okay. Of just having someone else pick the wine and somebody else pick the food. Also, you had me at heavy apps. Okay. Light apps will never do it for me. I'm a heavy app kind of girl. Don't try to feed me a tiny food. Okay. I need these apps to be heavy. Also, I'm so glad you read this one because I can't pronounce half of these words. So I'm very impressed with you.
Yeah, I mean, and just even the idea of being able to gather with people right now when we have been in our homes for so long, this just seems like such an incredible treat, a night to remember. Right now, the bidding for this item is at $800. So plenty of room for you to get into there on that one as well. So Nora, let's hear about the next item.
Plenty of room. Okay, this one is also very, very exciting. This is a private cruise for 6 on Lake Minnetonka, the most iconic lake in all of Minnesota. If you think that it's Superior, you are wrong. Plus, that's not even our lake. It belongs to some other locations too. Summer in Minnesota is about 2 things. 1, that cabin, and 2, being on a lake. So here is your chance. The highest bidder gets their choice of an afternoon or evening cruise on Lake Minnetonka in the luxury of a 22-foot Cobalt open bow runabout. I do not understand what any boat words mean, but I did read those out loud. 6 guests will get to choose how they spend the time on board, captained by your hosts. Do you want a casual evening route, a little happy hour with appetizers and drinks? Would you rather bring the kids out, let them go tubing? This is for adults. This is for families. I love being on a boat. I do not want to captain a boat in any way. So this is this is big. Someone else is driving the boat. All you have to do is literally sit down. What glorious, absolutely glorious.
Yeah, I would take the tubing one, and I'd actually like to get in the water and tube with friends. That's the option I would choose if I had the opportunity on a beautiful. I mean, just again, like there's nowhere better to be than on the water on like a 80-degree
Nowhere.
summer day in Minnesota. Like it's
Nowhere. That is why I don't live there anymore. This is why people live in Minnesota. Okay. You live in Minnesota for the opportunity to be on a lake in the summer. That is why you choose to live in a place where your car could freeze solid. Okay. 3 months of the year. Anything can happen. Okay.
Yes.
You live in the
make
movie
up for the
Frozen
rest
3.
of the, absolutely. Awesome.
And then summer, you're like, everyone should live here.
This item is currently at $500, so get bidding on the Minnetonka boat experience. So very fun item. Our final item that we're going to premiere is a 2-night stay for golf for 2 nights for golf at the Old Barn at the resort in Preston, Minnesota. It's an awesome opportunity to savor the Minnesota summer that we were just talking about with a weekend stay at this Old Barn resort in Preston. It's about 2 hours south of the cities. You'll get a 2-night stay and a choice to either camp at one of their campsites or in one of their nice rooms. You also have golf for 4 at the Rivers Bend Golf Course, which of course includes 2 carts. This Old Barn Resort is a historic barn that was converted into a resort, and it features an award-winning campground, restaurant and bar, the 18-hole golf course. They have 276 camping sites, 4 rooms, and the 3-season swimming pool. You also would have access to a 60-mile paved Root River bike trail and access to the river for different activities, including trout fishing. This was voted Bluff County's best 18-hole golf course. And I just really highly encourage you to check out this item. Again, not far at all away from the cities, an awesome opportunity. Right now we're at $335 for this. And I don't know, I mean, Nora, if you had the option to camp at one of their campsites or be able to stay indoors, I don't...
I am an indoor cat. So I would probably choose the indoors, and then I would spend the entire weekend by that pool. I would spend the weekend by that pool. Maybe I would get up and, I mean, riding a bike honestly does sound like very nice, very lovely. A bike trail sounds great. This is such a good trip. What a good trip. And it's close to the cities, a very quick jaunt, and something for everybody to do.
Yeah, fun to explore different parts of Minnesota here. So,
it really is.
And there's so many other items that you should be checking out online as well. So one of them is a 5-course dinner and wine pairings for 8 at W.A. Frost. There's also an item that really caught my eye, outdoor arrangements for all 4 seasons that are brought to you. Just put it out there again. People will think you have the ability to do it yourself, but it's going to look amazing. And then, of course, be sure to check out the beautiful fine art prints by Ara Elizabeth, who's the artist who painted the original mural at Vivian's Playground. So you have the opportunity to purchase a limited edition framed 11 by 14 or 8 by 10 print, or you can purchase a 5 by 7 print for $29. So be sure to take that joy with you into your home as well. The auction closes tomorrow at 8 p.m. Yeah, those prints are beautiful, and it looks just so similar to the mural, but just a little bit different. So she's very talented. So take a look at that.
So talented.
Take a look at that. So thank you all for really your generosity and for showing your support for Vivian's Joy Foundation tonight. We really appreciate you tuning in. And we are working towards hitting our goal here. And again, we have till tomorrow night at 8 p.m. to hit that goal. And of course, we're wanting to raise all the way up to $100,000 in time for the retreat in September. But we really love your support towards that $65,000 goal and all that you've done, even just tuning in tonight to be here and support Vivi's Joy.
Thanks so much for everyone tuning in tonight and supporting. It's just been amazing, even in this virtual event, to kind of feel the excitement. And we're just really grateful for all of your support, both now, today, and over the last 4 years. So special thanks to Katie and Nora, who've just done an amazing job, especially, again, in this virtual environment, having people in different states and and all of that. We are so grateful for all that you've done to help make this event so successful. Thank you to all the donors who've donated so far and who've donated online, and our sponsors and everyone who's really helped us get pretty far to our goal tonight. Thank you to everyone who donated auction items. This event wouldn't be possible without those amazing auction items. So thank you to all the donors who donated those.
I was just going to chime in. I got a note that someone is stepping up with a $5,000 donation. So I won't call that person out by name, but you know who you are, and I appreciate that very much. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, as Katie had recognized earlier, but thank you to our sponsors tonight, Invigorate Life Counseling and Voyage Wealth Architects. We're so grateful for your sponsorship and support tonight. Thank you again to Craig and Connie Minowa and all of the band members from Cloud Cult. We are just so honored that they took the time to put together such an absolutely beautiful recording for us, so we're really grateful for that. Thank you to our behind-the-scenes crew. So these are all the guys and women that you don't see. So we have two amazing people from Up Top Films who, Ryan and Jay are here tonight. And Ryan from Up Top did all our video work for the videos that you saw tonight from the retreat and the playground and our story video. So we're really grateful for all of their expertise for making this all work. So thank you. Thank you to Tammy and Jill, my good friends who are here, also doing all the behind-the-scenes work. So we're really grateful for you guys, and then all the volunteers that have helped get the Gala boxes together and get those out today, and just really made this event possible. Thanks to the University Club, which is where we are here in St. Paul, for the beautiful space. I think Katie mentioned this already, but thanks to Solo Vino and Chuck Kansky specifically for donating all the alcohol for the Gala boxes that went out today, and for his donation of the wine tasting item. And I think I got everyone. I probably missed people, so if I missed you, I am so sorry, but we're really just so grateful. It's even just such a, what seems to be a small event, not an in-person event, takes in a tremendous amount of work, and we are just so grateful for everyone's support.
Tammy was just giving us an update that we've crossed the $50,000 mark, so thank you again, everybody,
thank you, everyone. That is just so amazing. We're just so grateful. Yeah. So if I missed you, I'm so sorry, but I hope I got all the thank yous. Okay, we have one more note coming in. So yeah, we just wanted to make sure that we have Stephanie and Ryan gave in memory of their daughter Scarlett. So she's another SUDC child, and I know with it being Mother's Day coming up tomorrow, I know it's just a meaningful way to honor our children. For those of us who don't have our children here, it's this is kind of how we mother them, if you will. So we really just are so grateful for everyone who's participated tonight. So
happy Mother's Day to my mom out there and all the other moms out there.
Yes. Anyway, so I think we are going to go back to, I can't remember exactly, but I think Nora is going to help us wrap up. Or it could be Katie. I can't remember. It's all mushed in my head. But again, thank you everyone so much. And we look forward to seeing you in person soon. And if you have friends or family that might be interested, please forward them the donation link or the auction link. As everyone said, the auction will close tomorrow at 8, and we will keep you posted.
Thanks.
I mean, I think you wrapped that up so beautifully, but I will take it, or I will fight Katie to have the last word in person next year. That will be our auction item. I'm joking. Thank you so much, Julia and Wade, for having me here tonight. It is an absolute honor to be able to be here and remember all of your children with you, and to create these experiences and this kind of comfort for other SUDC families. It is a true privilege. You have my undying support for as long as you'd like it. The auction is, as Julia mentioned, it is open through 8 p.m. Tomorrow is Mother's Day. I know this is a tough day for a lot of people in this audience and a lot of people beyond. If you have forgotten that tomorrow is Mother's Day, I'm so sorry to be the person to remind you. I also had a rude awakening. I am about to buy my mother something from this event, not because I forgot. I didn't forget. I didn't forget. Everyone else forgot to remind me. So we are at the glitching. Personally, that's just my brain just shorting out of nowhere. But We are at $50,000 to fund the SUDC retreat. That number can, and I hope still will, go up. After the past year we've had, I think the emphasis on how much we need one another is only greater. We need each other to show up as best we can. And I know that it is not as fun to sit in your pajamas at home with, these aren't my pajamas, I did get dressed today, but I did pour sparkling water into a champagne coupe. So that made the evening feel special. I know this is not the same as being able to gather in person, and still it creates such an impact because of all of you. Families will be able to, when it is safe, gather again and have this kind of comfort, provide each other that cool glass of water in hell that you can only get from other people who truly understand what you are going through. So tonight, in honor of all of these beautiful children and the countless others who have been lost to SUDC who are not in this video, I would love to invite you to stay a few more minutes, take the time with us to watch and to remember all of these beautiful children. Thank you so much.